Twinkle, twinkle, electric star, yonder goes Brady on an electric car, making his way to...
Hi, and welcome to another edition of Around Talbot with George. Today we have a really interesting place we found. This is really cool. You're going to enjoy it, I hope. And you're going to enjoy coming here. You got to be here at this business and experience it. It's really something to see. Okay, we're at the gallery at 12 North Street here in Easton. The history of the building goes way back in time, but this company has moved in here and has great things for sale. I'll let them describe it. And there's much to see. So hang in there with us. Let's get going. Okay, now we're going to meet the businessman here. His name is Dennis Napolitan. And uniquely, he does leather work. Now this is something you won't find normally around in Easton. But he does leather work, and you'll be seeing a lot of his effort, his work, his accomplishments, and his art. So just hang with us here. Nice to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you, George.
Thank you for taking time out, letting us come in to do all this.
That's my pleasure, thank you.
It's our pleasure. The name of your business?
Molina Custom Leather.
Molina Custom Leather.
Correct.
Okay, and your shop is back here.
I have a little cubby back there that sees all the action.
Okay, and I think we'd like to hear about the action now. What do you do?
Well, I make, as the name says, I'm a custom crafter. So if somebody wants a guitar case or a shoulder bag or a waste paper can or whatever, I can do that out of leather. And I have specific designs that I lean toward, so if somebody wants something utilitarian-wise, it's what they want, but style-wise, it's got to have my definition or my signature. So that's what I do, and I use all sorts of leather. I use cowhide, American bison, alligator, snake, sheepskin, goatskin, deer hide, whatever fits the job.
Gotcha.
Bags that have appliques of molded features. This was particularly a leaf, and I just kind of wet it again and bent it to a point where it would look great on the cover of the bag. It's got a few pockets in it, and it's very shapely, and it's
could be used by men or women.
Absolutely. It's like, you know, it's something that I don't see around. There's another one. This is pretty much men or women as well, and it's got a couple pockets in it, and the stitching is severe, if you know what I mean. And it's got covering around the edges, front, back, whatever. I buckle a typical bag in those senses. Then there are, here's a bag that is maybe overstitched, I don't know, but it's
definitely has your signature on it.
yeah, and it has a lot of appeal. I had a lot of requests for that bag. This is just a cover for a folio, something like that, just a little extra design to it. And
well, let me ask, if somebody came in and they said, okay, I like this, but I'd like you to add a couple things or whatever here, you can do that.
Yeah, pretty much if it has to do basically with style, it's pretty much going to be my style, you know, whatever. I had a guy come in and say, I want a bag for this particular item, and it's got to be your signature. Someone has to look at it and say, that's from Molina Leather.
Yeah.
And so I did that, and he had nothing to suggest, but I did it and put a little something extra on it, and
Well, I can.
that worked well.
Yeah, this is beautiful work. This really is.
Thank you.
I've never tried to mess with leather, and this is really something to see.
Well, I'm glad you appreciate that.
I do. I've come in here several times, as you know, and
Yep.
I keep coming back to this corner. This is just beautiful work.
Well, I'm really glad you like it, and I'm pleased with the response of the people in Easton. They've really made me feel welcome, I tell you that. And
Well, tell them where you are. Just
I'm at 12 North Washington Street in Easton, right across from the courthouse, and 7 days a week.
okay. And you started in New York.
Yeah, I started in New York in 1964, and took a couple breaks through the years, and here I am back. You know, they say you can do what you want your entire life until you find what it is you're supposed to do. And
Right.
this is obviously what I'm supposed to do.
And you and your wife came in here, right?
Yes, Sims Rogers, and she's been an inspiration to me. She's been supportive. Without her, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have what I have, and I couldn't have completed what I've completed without her encouragement, and she's sharp as a tack.
It's easy, as you can see. Dennis is just a great guy. Super talented, but loves to talk to people, and he loves to do things that are unique. So please, if you get a chance, come down here. Come down here, North Washington Street. You'll be amazed at what you see. Now we're going to move on to your wife's side of things.
Great.
Thank you for your time on this.
Thank you.
I really appreciate you letting us come in.
My pleasure.
Programming on Channel 15 is brought to you in part by the Avalon Foundation and Avalon Theater, a leading catalyst for the arts, education, and culture for Talbot County and the Mid-Shore. The Avalon Foundation. Leadership, a beautiful venue, and a variety of programming provide a special quality of life on the Mid-Shore.
Okay, welcome back to another segment of what we're doing out here today and around Talbot with George. We are inside, how do you say this?
The gallery at 12 North.
The gallery at 12 North. The 12 North I've got because it's on the wall up here. Okay, we're back here today and we're looking at the other side of what goes on. You've seen the leather side, and now we have the gentleman's wife, and she runs this side of the store, which is all kinds of things. What do you call this?
We call it a gallery.
A gallery. Okay, she runs the gallery, and it's very unique. And any of you gentlemen out there, bring your wives, but be ready to spend. I'm telling you, I've just been through this. And she'll tell you that. But the this is just so unique. You've got to come down and see this. People should really walk around and take a look at what goes on. And it goes way back. This store goes way back. Okay, and the owner is?
Sims Rogers.
Sims Rogers. Miss Sims Rogers. Cool name.
Thank you.
That's what we've been talking about that. So tell us about the store.
The store.
Or the business.
The store was conceived as a pop-up shop. We opened the day after Thanksgiving with the intentions of being here only for a month. But we were so well received and did so well and have had so much fun that we're still here. It's March and we don't see any end in sight. There are 14 of us sharing the space. We all have a different perspective, a different eye. We bring different things to the table and we have fun. We were friends, we're still friends. Only one person is not local. That is Jerome Dupre. a charming gentleman who is a decoy carver and hails from New Orleans. And he is our source of decoys. He has carved lots of things that are here, and we love him. He comes up for the Waterfowl Festival, and that's how we met him and asked him to join us. The rest of us all have different things that we bring. We are all local. Our products that are made here are made by the person. You saw the leather. We have Nadina's creams. She makes all of her creams from coconut oil, almond oil, aloe, beeswax. They're all organic, locally sourced in Hawaii, and assembled here. She uses a sheltered workshop, and the people there create these containers, ceramic containers. And she's been in business for 26 years, and her creams are terrific. We have folk art. We have folk art by Drake Whitty, wonderful whimsical pieces. We have antiques. We have a remote control sloop, actually a bug eye, Brown Smith Jones. It was a police boat. It's one of two that was made. It's a remote control bug eye, and it's for sale. We have paintings by various people. Jimmy Reynolds, who's from Sudlersville and who also has a bakery and is restoring a house, and fabulous work, whimsical work. He has that long piece is a piece from of the Chestertown waterfront. We have fine art. Here's an Inuit sculpture from Baker Lake, Canada. We have jewelry, vintage jewelry, the Whitty collection, and that showcase is filled with wonderful vintage jewelry. The other showcase, which you can't see right at the moment, but we have a couple of other showcases filled with antiques, antique ceramics, jewelry. We have books, vintage books. If you see on the top shelf, we have a raven. That is a little tribute to Edgar Allan Poe, who was a Baltimorean.
What about the men's clothing that's here? The shoes and ties and things?
Those are by one of our group, Anthony Tolino, and he has a really in-depth knowledge of men's wear, from suits down to shoes. And he has ties from various levels, and all of his ties are really affordable. He has grooming sets and hats and some clothing, but mostly men's accessories.
Men's
What
accessories.
else, George?
Okay, the furniture?
The furniture is vintage furniture and antique furniture. This table with the English ceramic soup plates was made in about 1790. It's American. It has what's called X stretchers. It's made of mahogany. The calling card for that table is that at the top is a single board, one board that wide. Not done today, impossible to do today because we don't let trees grow that large. Made 1790. Called a Pembroke table.
Okay. Thank you very much for letting us come in, you and your husband, and go through this. And I know we probably walked over some of your customers here, but we really appreciate your time, and we appreciate this.
Thank you.
And I'm dead serious. People ought to come in and take a look. It's beautiful. It's different. There's nothing else like it in this town. And it's exciting when you see it and you walk around, take your time to look at everything.
Thank you,
And the
George.
artwork is unbelievable.
It is pretty.
I love that boat, by the way. But anyway, the way you've set it up, it shows beautifully.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate your coming.
Oh, Our pleasure.
I'll see you and your wife again.
Yes, I'm sure.